Yeah, I mean, when I look at society, what I see is there are more people who react to the world than there are people who act in the world. So, what I mean by this is there are more people sitting in the passenger seat of their own car, hoping, praying, and waiting for someone else to get into the driver's seat and take them to wherever they want to go. But what these people do not realize in the passenger seat is the people who get into their car to drive are not taking them where they want to go. They are taking themselves where they are trying to go, and you're here for the ride along. And so when you get to this destination, it's you like that person is either like, oh, I want to be here or I don't want to be here. But because they don't have the courage to get into the driver's seat, they don't leave. Right? And so then you have this reoccurring running theme of these people are always in the places that they don't want to be because they refuse to drive. They refuse to act. And it's always funny because when you really think about it, when someone is driving, right, regardless of whether you have your maps on or not, people typically do miss a turn, have to make a U-turn, whatever it is to get back on track. It's never the person driving that beats themselves up about missing a turn or needing to take a U-turn or whatever. Is it annoying? Yeah, but they're never like, wow, I'm such a piece of shit because I, missed my exit. But the people in the passenger seat are the first ones to be like, oh my god, I hate this. Of course you missed your turn. I'm so sick of sitting in this car, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that's some incredibly tough talk for someone who didn't even have the courage to get in the driver's seat. Incredibly. And it's not to dig on people who don't feel like they have the courage. It's that is how life works. You either drive your own car or you let someone else drive your life. And then you'll never have your own. It's like you're living vicariously through someone else's idea of a better tomorrow, which is ridiculous. Because even when you think about it, life, regardless of whether it's hard or you're content or happy, whatever, it's you're gonna have trials and tribulations, and of course it's gonna be incredibly terrifying to go through them because these trials and tribulations and problems and things, the fear stems from the fact that you've never experienced it before, which is completely human. But it's if you were to say you get into a street fight, right? Before you get into the street fight, you have no idea whether you're capable of holding your own ground or not until something like that happens. So then when it happens, you have two choices. You either fight back or you get your ass kicked. And if you get your ass kicked, at least you know now what you need to work on to make sure that you don't get your ass kicked again. And if you are capable of fighting back, then you keep fighting. Life is not that complicated. It's just shit happens that you are not in control of, and that's okay. But you have very minimal things that you can control, so you might as well. And it's your effort, your attitude, and how you treat other people. It's if you can control your effort and you can control your attitude and your perspective, they go hand in hand, and how you treat people, how could you possibly lose? How could you lose if you're in control of those things? You can't.